I often focus on the top leagues when I'm looking at football kits, and that's just unfair, isn't it? Because down in the lower leagues, there's some of the best kits you've never seen. So today I want to focus on them. Yeah, I love reviewing kits, and it's obviously hard to not look at the top leagues, but I knew I needed to show some love to the smaller leagues, and you helped me with this one. You really came through with this one. I put out a post on Twitter, and I put a post on this channel asking for some recommendations. I already knew a few kits that I wanted to add in here, but you sent me loads. So many recommendations, so many good ones, kits I've not seen, kits I'd forgotten about, so many. So thank you so much to anyone that submitted it. Sorry that all of them aren't in this video because I had to narrow it down, but there were so many good options. Big up to all of you that sent some in there. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe so if you can be a part of these videos, you can actually have your say in these videos. That's the beautiful thing about this channel. It's like, it's a communication thing. It's not just a one-way street, and that's something I really like. So yeah, thank you so much, but let's jump straight into the video. So the first kit on this list had to be the Sampdoria Third shirt. It's a thing of beauty. The Italian shirts often are, aren't they? It has a navy base, a classic Samp strip across the front, but there's a pattern inside of the base inspired by the Palazzi de Roli, which is one of the palaces. And also there's a nice bit of detail in the polo collar and a throwback crest. So it has it all, doesn't it? It just has it all. You'll see a theme in this video. You'll see a theme. It's patterns, it's collars, it's nice details, it's throwbacks. I love that kind of shit. That's my style. This is that. It's stunning. Love it. For my next pick, we're heading over to Mexico and we're looking at the Club America away shirt. This shirt is out there and it reminds me of like the 90s ones with those bold patterns, because this shirt has a graphic that has a map of all of the Americas on it, and inside of that map the Club America logo is layered all over. It's crazy, it's beautiful, it's unique, and like I said, it's giving me 90s vibes. It's got centralized badges as well. It's got everything. It does, however, have that polo collar that I despise, but I'm going to look past it. I'm going to be the bigger man here, look past it and call this shirt beautiful, because it is. So this video is inspired and kind of sponsored by Sangalo Football Kits, who want to show love to the smaller teams around the world, so they manufacture their kits, and I'm all for that. That's the message of this video. So on their website you can find a whole roster of shirts from Thailand to Vietnam to Africa, all over the place. They've got so many kits in their roster. Like this Stallion Laguna shirt that I'm wearing right now, this is probably the favourite one that I have, but I've also got this Tepjap Dam Nim shirt, which is another one of my favourites that we've got, and also this Muzan shirt that they actually supplied themselves. They designed this one and it's a beauty. So yeah, like I said, loads of kits on their roster, on their website. If you use the link in the description, you can actually support the channel, so check out the website if you don't mind. But let's get back to the video. Right, next up we're going over to Ireland, to Galway United's collection. I'm going to go with their whole collection here because it's wicked. All of these shirts have base patterns that feature bold graphic illustrations of a tiger crashing through waves, a nod to Galway United's mascot Terry the Tiger, but also a tribute to the rampant line, which has featured on every iteration of the Galway United crest. And all of these kits are just mint, aren't they? They're very bougie. The colours, like the maroon and the golds that they've used, they're really nice, but then there's loads of meaning in the base pattern. I'm a big fan, and actually the designer of this kit sent it to me, so I'll big up yourself, mate. This is great work. Love to see it. Right, this is where the kappa loving begins, people, because you just can't talk about underrated kits without talking kappa, even though they are rated and everyone loves them. They just put out masterclass after masterclass, and it's not for the big clubs. It's not for the biggest top of the top clubs. It's mostly these smaller clubs that you might not have heard about if it weren't for these beautiful kits, and that's the point. And yeah, I just love it. So of course I'm going to start with Athens, Kallithea. Come on. I mention them every year because every year they've made some beautiful kits, and this one has to be one of my favourites. The new home shirt is blue on blue, so it's a nice bit thick blue collar, blue accents, and like some nice embossed stripes in there. I think they were going for like a sea vibe with this one. I'm not entirely sure, but obviously a lot of the imagery that they've got is next to the sea, so I'm thinking this is kind of got that sea inspired blue in there. The sponsored shirt is actually an art museum, which is mental because this is where this shirt belongs, in an art museum. It's stunning, and it's just actually a shame because I'm too big to fit in a shirt like this. I'm too big. I would buy this instantly, but I just know they don't have my size. So, you know, if you're listening, Athens or Kappa, make a big boy one, please, because I would love this shirt. Next on the Kappa list, we've got Chełmianka Gdańsk. I hope I've said that right. I'm sorry if I've not, but this is a class shirt. I've never heard of this club before, but they needed the shout out because this kit is class. It's got a checkered base pattern with the crest inside of each different diamond, and then they've got some red and navy accents, and this is giving some casino bad boy vibes. Like, it's just so cool. Again, I think this is what Kappa are known for. The Kappa for like the Kappa for This is what Kappa are known for. They're known for bouginess. They're known for sophisticated, beautiful kits at the minute. And everything they seem to be bringing out is along those lines. And this one is up there for me. I'm going to shout out just one more Kappa shirt. But trust me, I could have made a list of like all the Kappa shirts this season. And this could have been the underrated list. So I wanted to keep it to just a couple. But the last one here is Red Star Paris shirt. Because these are class. The home has a nice classic design. It's got the stripes. It's got the collar. But the base pattern is made up of a star pattern that's obviously made out of the crest. And it's just simple but effective, isn't it? I think you say the same thing about Kappa shirts. They've got polo collars, the cuffs are nice, there's a base pattern. But it's all you need sometimes, and it's all I really want. And that's definitely my style of shirt. Like, when I see stuff like this, I'm like, that's a big fan. You look through my collection, and it's all that. But this just looks smart, doesn't it? It looks really, really smart, so I'm a big fan. But also, it's not just a home shirt. The away and third have a cool vibe going on, a very unique vibe as well. They have like solid base colours, they have iridescent badges, but also there's an image of the stadium inside of the base, kind of reminiscent of the 94 Netherlands kit, you know, the kind of celebration kit. And using images on the base of shirts can be risky, for me anyway. I feel like sometimes you can just really look tacky. But they've smashed this one. I think they've run a really, really good job. So up next, I got another one sent to me from Twitter. This is my good mate Dom, actually. I can't say he sent to me on Twitter, but it's a friend. He sent me over this shirt, the Atletico Clube de Portugal shirt. And this has got beautiful 70s vibe, hasn't it? It's off-white. It's got the team trademark chevron across the front. Big, wide-open polo collar. The photo shoot that they did for it as well was just mint. It's just a nice, tasty-looking kit, isn't it? You just can't ignore it. Right, the next kit I'm going for is for one guy in particular. There's a bloke in the comments that keeps asking for A-League shirts. I don't know if I'm going to do a full video, my guy. I'm sorry. I feel bad for letting him down. But this shirt is from the A-League, so I hope you're happy with that. It's the Brisbane Roar shirt. It's finger beauty. This away shirt showcases a maroon and cream checkerboard pattern with the club's lion crest integrated into the design. And the maroon colour honours Queensland and reflects the pride of representing that state. And this just smashes it, doesn't it? A checkered kit can be hard to deal with. I think you see Croatia struggle with this, but they have just smashed it. They've got the badge and the sponsors all neatly packaged inside these checkers. The cream and maroon colour just works for me. I think that's a really nice colourway to go with, and you don't really see that a lot. So yeah, overall, they have absolutely smashed it here. And for you, my friend, I hope that's enough. Oh, next we've got the Cruzeiro home and away shirt. Both are stunning. The home shirt's actually inspired by the 1994 kit, which Ronaldo wore. So it had this like really funky out there star pattern in the base, and they've just brought that back for this new one. Looks class, obviously inspired by the badge. And the away shirt has a different inspiration. It's actually inspired by the Pampula church. So the facade of the church is really funky. It's got all these shapes and like blue colours, and they've integrated that into the collar and the cuffs. So yeah, just two simple designs, two beautiful designs. They've got history, they've got meaning, they're out there. Brilliant. Next up, I've gone for the Wimbledon collection because they're just a beautiful way to throw it back. I think Umbro are smashing these retro throwbacks in a minute, and this is probably up there as one of the best this season. The home shirt draws inspiration from the 1980s and 90s, which was a very successful time for AFC Wimbledon. And I think Umbro have just smashed the Umbro-ness here. The patterns in the base are very nice with the kind of Umbro badge, the stripes, the thick collar and accents as well. The away shirt, though, this is where this shines. It's inspired by the 1894 shirt, and it consists of a blue and dark brown stripes with a diamond pattern spread across the entire jersey. It's giving me like Inter Milan vibes, but that's definitely not a bad thing. This is mint. And even the goalkeeper shirts are throwbacks as well, which are brilliant. And they've just done this in a really good way. It's sometimes really difficult to throw it back in the right way, but I feel like they've done it perfectly. They've brought back some old designs. They've made some of them new. They've kept it quite modern, but it's a great homage. And lastly, I'm not going to talk about one kit. I'm going to talk about a whole league's collection of kits. The Swedish league celebrated its 100th anniversary year this year, and to do so, every single one of their clubs released a Centenary shirt. We've never seen anything like this ever before. No other league has done this, and it's such a cool way to celebrate Centenary year. And for a whole month, they actually wore them against each other, so all these kits were worn at the same time. It's just brilliant, isn't it? How fucking cool is this? Like, all the kits look great, but the fact that they did it for the Centenary year, every club got involved. It's just so wonderful, such a cool thing, and I really, really like it. Some of my favourites are, of course, the AIK kit, the Norrköping kit, the Majalbi kit, and the Varesh kit. Listen, I probably butchered every one of those pronunciations, but they are all class. Really, really cool. They're really cool Centenary kits. Like, they actually look like some of the club's first kits ever worn. So yeah, Sweden smashed that. So that's it. That's some of the best kits you've never seen. You've probably seen most of them because they're all stunning in their own right, but I needed to shine a light on some of these smaller clubs because they are just beautiful, these kits. I'm a big fan of all of them. I definitely have a style, don't I? definitely have a style. If it's got a polo collar, a base pattern, and a little bit of meaning, I'm all over it, aren't I? I'm just so predictable. That's me. But thank you so much for anyone that got involved. Obviously, like I said, this list wouldn't have been anywhere as cool if it weren't for people commenting their suggestions. So really do appreciate it. If you want to be involved with future videos, make sure you subscribe or follow me on social media. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. I'll see you next week.